Hey, gang, my name's Toby, and I'm the host of the podcast Prioritize. It's a big, bright, beautiful world out there, and at many times can be somewhat troubling and difficult to maneuver. The whole reason I started this podcast is to help people just like you, because I've been there before, and I learned a thing or two from the bruises. I'm here to help. If you've got questions, comments, or concerns about issues going on in your life, shoot me a message over at me at tobybaker.life. I don't get to all my email every single day, but when I get to yours, I'll be certain to reply the best that I can. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to another episode of Prioritize. They accomplish while you drown in lists. It's difficult to juggle your responsibilities. Husband, father, brother. It goes on, but your energy doesn't.
You pondering what I'm pondering?
Prioritize what's right for you, not what's left behind. This is Prioritize with Toby Baker.
You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
Welcome, gentlemen and ladies, to Prioritize, where we talk about prioritizing faith, family, relationships, and more. I'm your crazy white, formerly fat host, the Baker Boy himself. I'm glad you're with us. Thanks for downloading the program. I really appreciate it. Today, we're going to talk about and discuss prioritizing stick-to-itiveness. Have you ever heard this term before? I never heard of it until I got into sales. And then I really began to learn what it meant to do this stick-to-itiveness thing, to try to stick to it. Very popular, world-renowned motivational speaker has since passed away and gone home to be with the Lord by the name of Zig Ziglar. Just an amazing man, an incredible journey and story, who had spent a majority of his life in sales. I don't know if he's the one who first came up with the term, and it probably doesn't really matter, but that's where I first heard it coined, is with Zig Ziglar. Phenomenal guy. And stick-to-itiveness is a verb that I think is really important for us to learn today, especially today. And I'm not being judgmental throughout any of this, so please don't hear me say, "Oh, well, you really got to get back. You got to get back on that horse. Get back in there. What's wrong with you?" That's not it at all. Because I've fallen off the horse several times. Just in the past couple of weeks. And the thing about it is you use this stick-to-itiveness and you get back on the horse. Why? Because it's important. I mean, if it's not important to you, then just move on. Forget about it. Get off the stupid horse and walk a different path. If it doesn't matter to you, then why even put it on your goal sheet to begin with? Just scrape it off. Do something that is important to you. Strive for something that does bring you value. Otherwise, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate every step of it. And you're going to probably resent people like me that are saying, "Hey, you know what? I failed too, and we just got to get back on that horse and keep on riding." Why do we say that? Have you ever ridden a horse? Sometimes that's kind of painful. You get bucked off, and then you're like, "That's it. Tobe's done. Going home. I'm packing my bags, and I'm calling it a day." No. You got to get back on the horse. I want to talk to you a little bit about the goals that you made way back in January. You remember those goals? You still got them on a sheet of paper somewhere, wadded up in a pair of jeans that maybe you washed since January? I don't know. I mean, we could probably do a whole thing on washing jeans, but not right now. Let's talk about the goals that you made way back then. Maybe it was even before January hit, just towards the end of December, and you're thinking, you know what? January is right around the corner. That's it. It is time to reinvent. It is time to change. And you know something, gang? We're people. We're human. We fail. We falter. We give up. And then something in us knocking on our door, knocking on that heart, kind of pumping our soul full of life, pumping our body full of blood. They call it the heart. They say, "Oh, let's try again. One more time. Let's just try one more time. We can do it. Maybe we can get farther this time." So you brought out your sheet of paper. And here's something else. We don't change until we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You ever heard that before? I'm sick and tired. Well, are you really sick and tired of it? Are you ready to change? Well, no, I'm just complaining. Of course, it's easy to complain. It's easy to sit back and point fingers and say, they need to change it. They need to. Whatever happened to those sayings you used to see on the road signs on the edge of the highway? Oh, the change, be the change you wish to see in the world. Is that all gone? Is that gone by the wayside? Has it been burned up with the year of the riots that a lot of people forgot about in 2020? There's some kind of a rumor going around. There's a bunch of riots. I don't know. But there used to be a saying, be the change you want to see in the world. What did that mean? Like, start with the man in the mirror, man. Maybe Michael Jackson said it best. Yeah, he's gone. He's dead and gone. I still hear his songs on the radio. Every once in a while, I'll hear somebody quote the guy. Was he perfect? No, I'm not perfect, and neither are you. So, now that we got that out of the way, can we please stop with the shenanigans of, well, it's easy for you, Tobe? No, I don't think it's easy for anybody, especially when they're moving outside their comfort zone. You got that pen and paper ready yet? Let's go back to those goals that you set at the end of last year, beginning of this year, where you said, that's it, I'm sick and tired of it. We're going to change. We're going to lose some weight. We're going to quit smoking. We're going to create an emergency fund because I'm tired of not being able to fit in the clothes that I could fit into back in 2019. I'm tired of every time I get a little stressed, I reach for my shoulder pocket or the pocket over my heart and pull out a cigarette. I'm like, okay, now I can relax. Let's get back into I'm tired of finding myself in a financial emergency and I got to pull out the credit cards and swipe away and then pay some ungodly amount of interest all because I didn't have an emergency fund. Are you tired? I was certainly tired of it. My wife and I were both certainly tired. More than 20 years we did money wrong and we said, you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. I would get into my closet and pull on a pair of jeans. Like, doggone it, something. Why? I gained the poundage. Did you gain some poundage? Yeah. Maybe just a little bit. It's okay. No one's watching. You can raise your hand. I see that hand. Go ahead and put that down. I got tired of it. We both got tired of not having the money and the fun. And you know what? Since January, I have fallen off the wagon. I've fallen off the horse. It's time for you and I to get back up on that horse. And we're going to keep riding. And we're going to go a little farther than we did last time. And we'll probably fall off the horse again. That doesn't mean that that's the end, right? Losers quit when they fail. Winners fail until they succeed. Is that how the saying goes? You ever heard that before? I thought, that's kind of nice. I like that one. I think I'm going to use that one. Losers quit when they fail. Winners fail until they succeed. Who hasn't failed in their lifetime? If you're raising your hand, it's probably because you've never been outside your comfort zone. You've never tried anything new. You've never tried anything difficult. Well, maybe it's time. Get back on that horse. Maybe the goal wasn't big enough, or maybe it felt a little too big. That we keep going for it, right? We got our sheet of paper and our writing instrument down. I'm using what do I have here? I got a Parker. I got tired of using the pens that you get for free, and they work sort of for a short while until you get so fed up with it. You throw it at the wall shouting. Now, I've never done that. Let me just explain. I have been told that by a friend who gets very upset with writing instruments who do not do their one and single sole purpose in their creation, and that is to be able to write and to write well. So, because I didn't want to go through those kinds of issues, I got myself a little Parker. Writes nice, writes good. I'd recommend it. Am I getting paid ad dollars? No. Just saying. All right, so we're getting back on the horse. Let's write down a goal. What are you reaching for? What are you going for? Whatever that goal is, let's make it big. Can we make it big? Can we make it big and bright and shiny so that we see that? I have a goal that before the beginning of June 1st, 2021, this year, but I got it on my calendar, I have it on my phone, I got pictures of how I would like my tummy to look. I got pictures of how I used to look when I was at 200 pounds. All right, I got like 21 pounds to go. Can I make it? Absolutely. Because it's a reasonable goal. It still stretches. It's still, believe me, and I got the stretch marks, okay? I don't know if you got stretch marks. I got a few stretch marks. I'm not boasting about it, but I'm saying I'm human just like you are. So let's get a big, bright picture of what that goal is. You're going to quit smoking? Let's get a picture of what you look like without smoking. Let's get a picture of your bank account, what your bank account will look like without spending all that money on cigarettes. I know you get stressed out. It's time for a cigarette. You work a little too hard, time to take a break. Let's go get an inhaler. Let's get some of that nicotine into our lungs. Oh, boy, that feels better. Okay. But then at the end of the day, we feel like crap and we hate ourselves and we're going to change tomorrow. But we don't hold on to that phrase long enough, hard enough. I don't hold on to the fact I am going to lose weight. I am in training to lose the weight. When I pass by McDonald's, I start thinking about those golden fries. You know what I'm talking about, right? You're not really hungry just yet. It's just turned 11 o'clock, but you're like, I got a little time. The line is low. These would probably be some fresh fries. They're yellow, golden, salt, sugar. They're probably going to taste good. And since they're fresh, they'll also be crispy, nice crispy French fries. Oh, those sound good. So if my goal isn't big enough, if I can't picture that, if the picture is not big and vivid and bright in my head, those yellow French fries are going to take over. And while I'm there, I might as well take a cheeseburger or two, right? Not the Coke. I tell you, the Coca-Cola Classic has gone downhill so quickly there. I can't even bear to finish more than a few sips. And I'm like, this is terrible. Rare is the occasion that I can get a really good, balanced carbonation syrup and the water all together in the same cup from there. I'm like, I'll drink water, I guess. It's closer to what water tastes like than what the Coke tastes like, I'll tell you that much. But I'm guessing I'm not the only one who's been there before, and I fall off. So what I do, I get some pictures on my phone, and I flip through those. Hey, I want to look like that. I take a picture of my closet, picture of your, whatever's going to work for you, okay? It doesn't have to be that, you're probably making fun. This guy takes a picture. Say, hey, I'm trying something. I want this to work. Let them laugh at you. They're going to laugh at you all the way to the scale where you're the one losing weight. Get around some thin people. Talk to some nutritionists. Look some stuff up on Google University. Find out what works for you and then work that plan. Plan out your work. Plan out your days ahead and then work that plan. All right, let's find the picture on our phone. We can screenshot it. We'll put it on our phone. Let's make a goal board. You ever heard of a goal board before? I've heard of a goal board, but I think they're kind of cool. You get a poster board. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. But you're going to keep this in front of you, or you can create it on your Mac and just keep a file on your tablet, and on your phone, and on your home personal Mac. Everywhere you go, print it out. Fold it up, stick it in your pocket, so it is just always with you. It is always on the forefront of your mind. Then next year, I'm going to own this vehicle. I'm going to own this jet ski. I'm going to have this hot tub in my backyard. We're going on this vacation. We are going to this place. My wife, let me tell you something. My wife and I, for years, we wanted to be sure that we were going to celebrate our 25th anniversary somewhere. With cash is how we were going to pay it. We weren't going to go and take out a second mortgage against the house. We weren't going to take out a HELOC, home equity loan of credit. Didn't want it. Because then we're paying, double for something we should have been able to pay for with cash? Now, is this a big deal to a millionaire? Probably not. Probably not. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a thousandaire, I think. We worked hard and we finally saved the money, eliminating our debt, which makes it easier to save money. Quick line here. You know what you have left over when you don't have any debt, in a paycheck? You got money. That's right. You got money left over at the end of your paycheck when you got rid of all those credit card bills and all those personal loans. Look at that. Crazy. Okay. So we worked hard and we got the money saved to be able to go on a nice big vacation for our 25th anniversary. That's big for us. What's big for you? What would stretch you out a little bit? What would stretch you out to the extent it would leave a couple stretch marks, but you knew at the end of it, you'd feel fantastic. You would feel great about it because you got back up on the horse in spite of all the laughter and ridicule from your quote-unquote friends, because all those people really encourage you. Get around some encouraging people. Reach out to some groups on Reddit or Facebook or wherever. If you're trying to get out of debt, go to Facebook groups for Dave Ramsey. You want to lose weight? Find Facebook groups about coaches, life coaches, health coaches, because their whole endeavor is to help you do what you're trying to do, trying to lose weight, trying to reach the goal. You're trying to quit smoking. You're trying to start something. I started smoking. It didn't really take for me. If you're trying to start something else, find those groups. That's a big part of those groups. It's going to be a big part for you is the encouragement in the face of all the adversary, because every day you got to get up and look at yourself in the mirror. I don't know. Not looking any thinner. You got to look at your bank account. I don't know. The bank account's not looking any fatter. You look at your lighter on the stand, you're like, today's the day I stop smoking. I know I keep pounding on these three. These are the super popular goals that people begin at the beginning of the year. January 1, boom, they are starting. They're headstrong. They're going to hit on it. They're going to tap that. They're going to make that happen. And then before February 1st, before the second week in February, they have all but given up. They've gone back to their old ways because it was tough. You know what, guys? You have done tough things before, and you made it through to the other side. If this is worth it to you, then make it a priority. Make it big. Prioritize that stick-to-itiveness. Yeah, you know what? You're going to fall off the horse. Get back up on the horse. Stick to it. Stick to it. Because it's worth it. Because you're worth it. Because your bank account is worth it. Because your kids are worth it. Stick to the marriage because your marriage is worth it. Stick to the job because the funding is worth it. Stick to the business plan. Your reason why for doing it has to be bigger than your little block right now. Your why has to be bigger than your right now. Your future has to be bigger than your present. Your why to get out of bed has to be bigger than your excuse to hit the snooze button. Your why to go to work has to be bigger than your Netflix binge. Are you with me on this? You feel what I'm saying? Your why to get on the Peloton, to get on the treadmill, to get on that elliptical trainer has to be bigger than your excuse to eat another donut. What's your why, man? Focus on the reason. Make it big. Make it huge. Make it so big that other people can't help but see it. If they see this excitement in you and that, man, they want to push you forward. They're in your corner. They are on your side. Couple things that might help you out, okay? We got the sheet of paper. You got a big reason. You got a big why. Let me add to that. Stop saying we're trying. Stop using the word trying. Don't use the word trying anymore. We're removing that from our goal-based language. From henceforth, thou shalt be using the word training. I'm training to lose weight. I am training to quit smoking. Because when you're training, you're pushing forward. You're moving forward. I'm trying to get out of bed. No, people just get out of bed. I'm training to lose weight. I am training to go on that big vacation paid for with cash. I am training to start a business. And then you do one thing every single day that is going to push you forward to that goal, that's going to get you closer to that goal. Let's create a new habit. Let's create a new habit in our neural pathways. That when you see something, boom, you do it. You see Rocky up on the screen, you do 10 push-ups. You see somebody else breathing in fresh air, you throw away a cigarette. You see a billboard, you write down ideas when you're starting that new business, or that new podcast, or that new blog, or that new something that you're going to try that you've never tried before, because all of a sudden you got this little spark. Maybe you ask yourself, is that spark in my heart big enough to push me forward? Can you hold on to that spark for a little bit until you can get some people around you, until you can get a support group around you to help push you forward? If not, maybe it's not for you. Maybe you just heard it and thought, that'd be neat. That's not a plan. That's not a goal. That's barely a wish. Oh, I wish I could get that blog started. Well, when you honestly want to, you will. Oh, I'd really like to lose 20 pounds. Well, when you really want to, you will. When it is that big of a priority that the French fries don't matter, that the cheeseburger from the McDonald's or the Burger King or the Wendy's or wherever that we know isn't really all that good for us, you'll push all that away and you'll start reaching for that goal. You'll start reaching for that new business, that new podcast you've been wanting to start, but by golly, you just couldn't find the time. You'll never find the time. They just start carving it out. Get out your calendar. Carve out a night. Carve out a weekend. Isn't that what people do on the DIY channels when they fix up their house or they redo their backyard? They carve out their budget. They carve out their time. And then they do it. Is it perfect? No. No, it's not. And if you always wait until it's perfect, the timing will never happen. It's like saying, I'm waiting until our budget is just right until I have kids. No, it doesn't really work out that way. Because truthfully, you're never fully prepared to have kids, no matter how many videos you watch or how many books you read. So stop waiting until the perfect timing to start that new website or that new business. Begin putting your plan on paper and prepare really well. In stick-to-itiveness, start putting that term into your vocabulary. You got questions, you got comments, you got concerns, hit me up. I'm here, I'm available. I respond to every email that I receive at me, that's M-E, at tobybaker.life.